Hey, what's going on, family? We are reading through this book right here, 100 Simple Secrets of Happy People. Welcome back. Glad that you're still with us. And we are going to go to, I believe, chapter number 41, right? So, and why are we reading through this book? Obviously, this is our 41st video. And the reason why we've been reading through this book is why not, right? Why not figure out how to become happier on a daily basis? And the world needs more happy people, right? So chapter 41 is learn to use a computer. That's kind of interesting, right? So we're going to read through the chapter, which is less than 2 pages, share a little bit of insight, maybe pose a question or two, and then kind of go from there. So chapter 41, learn to use a computer. Whether they are 8 or 98, people who use computers experience the wonders of technology and of the world. Computers can help bring people together, and nowhere is that more important than for people who are constantly being moved apart. For example, computers allow access to email, and these instant messages are becoming crucial to military families who often have to live apart from one another and who even more regularly must settle in new communities apart from their friends. Melody, a fifth grader whose father is in the Army, has recently lived in Kentucky, Illinois, Texas, and Colorado. While she finds it hard to always move away and sometimes watch friends move away, her computer lets her stay in touch with friends who are scattered across the country. The Army has found that computers have made military relocations a little bit easier for the entire family because they can use the computer to find out about their new home and to stay in touch with friends that they're leaving behind. And in a study of senior citizens introduced to personal computers, self-esteem and life satisfaction were found to improve by about 5% as a result of computer use. Now I want to look at this book and see when this book was written, because computers have obviously, so 2001 it looks like, so this is 20 years ago, right? When this particular book was written. And now with the advent of like what we're watching right now, right? So we have a video, we're recording a video, posting it either on social media, posting it online for people to watch and to see, especially during the pandemic of these past couple years. The advent of video messaging, the advent of video calls, and being able to connect with each other that way. One of the things that I've learned in regards to communication, there are different varying levels of communication, right? You have email, which is probably, the worst in regards to being able to connect with somebody. Then you have, let's say, a text message, right? Being able to text someone. Sometimes, things can get lost in translation because you can send a text one way, but someone, when they receive it and they read it, they can receive it another way, right? Like, so what happens is there's some type of loss in regards to the connection there. And then there's a phone call. You can at least hear somebody's voice. You can hear the inflection in somebody's voice. Then you have video messages. Like if I were to send you a video message with my face, with my inflections, there's a little bit more connection there because you can see my face, right? And then obviously the most, the way of communication and connecting that is the most impactful is face-to-face. You're with each other. You can't beat that because you have the whole entire, experience of being with somebody, right? So when we're talking about this reminds me of how some people during this pandemic have had to transition, a lot of people actually, into the utilization of video calls as opposed to just phone calls, as opposed to just text message, as opposed to just emails, and even getting together in person. Video calls have really, really helped people out, right? So I remember having a conversation with someone and they were talking about teaching people that lived in a convalescent home, whether they are seniors or adults with disabilities, to be able to communicate with their family. Because if you can imagine, it can be one of the most isolated places or communities is a senior community that lives in communities, and you're unable to visit them, especially during the pandemic. And video calls really, really became very, very important and are still continuing to be very, very important in the world that we live today. So I remember even over the past handful of years, my father him getting more and more acquainted with the utilization of his smartphone and the utilization of video calls, the utilization of communicating with each other on social media, posting on social media, and that type of thing. And a whole new world has opened up, for him. Even my mom, when she was around, when she started the utilization of social media, and majority of the time it was on her phone, not on a computer or a tablet or anything like that, it really truly helped out, and you feel more connected. We're all meant to be connected with each other. So what are your thoughts on this topic? We would love for you to share a comment, maybe even share how technology, computers, laptops, tablets, phones, video calling, all of this technology, how has it helped you to be happier in your life? So feel free to comment below. We will see you on the next video, which will be video number 42. Take care. God bless you guys.